Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Era Homestead. Today we're going to be doing kind of a shop with me. I'm going to be going through what I'm ordering from Azure Standard in December, and I'm hoping to get this video out in time so that you guys can be inspired and get your order placed for your December drop as well. For those that aren't familiar with Azure Standard, you basically can order once a month depending on the route that your truck is on. Will depend on kind of that date. So you have a rough idea of when that's going to be. Usually they give you like the week of, so I think mine's the first week in December. Everyone's holiday traditions look different. I know for me, I want to try making this special Christmas breakfast that my husband's grandma makes for him and try sourdough twist on it. So if that turns out, I may share that with you guys. So I'm going to be ordering some stuff for that. But everything that I will be walking through today, I will have linked down below. So it should be really easy for you to add to your cart. If you have any questions about specific things or if I forget to link anything, just let me know in the comments. Here we go. Whenever you log into Azure, you will see seasonal things here. They change up this banner pretty regularly. And then you kind of have the main categories here. Lots of different things to just inspire you if you're not necessarily sure. I will say what I like to do is have an ongoing list, if you will, or throughout the month I just add things as I think about them. So maybe I ran out of pepper, so I will go ahead and add it to my list. Otherwise I'm always like, well, what else was I gonna get? And then you end up adding a bunch of stuff that you didn't necessarily need. It's really cool. They have all the in-season produce here. I know a lot of us are trying to get to a place where we're eating more seasonally, and so this always helps me to just kind of pay more mind to that. I've heard different things about the produce. Some people have given really good reviews and others feel that maybe it's not that great. Personally, the things that I have ordered, I tried to get things that wouldn't be too affected by freshness, but I think you need to be thinking about where the food's coming from and where you live. Their produce is very fresh, and so it's not going to just stay in your fridge like a lot of the stuff that you get conventionally grown. And then they do have lots of different supplements here. I think as far as the prices goes on a lot of this stuff, it really just depends on the brand. This kind of goes along with their processed foods. Just need to look around and see. Sometimes I just order because it's convenient for me. And sometimes I'm like, wow, that's way more than I would pay at the store. Here are like the basics. Like I mentioned, a lot of the things that you would get in your pantry and bulk food are going to be your best prices. And then they also have cold and frozen food. Ordered 9 times. I don't mess around with this cheese, but they have all different kinds of stuff. They have ice cream too. And then if you don't have a good milk option locally, they do have this milk that comes from A2A2 and pasture raised, organic. It's definitely not cheap. I've had it bought in the cream before and it was very good. I won't go through all of this stuff, but just to give you an idea of kind of how everything's set up. I will say I'm kind of bad about, especially late at night if I'm breastfeeding the baby, I like to go here into this what's on sale, and I just kind of scroll through here, and because sometimes you don't realize, oh, they have this and that's actually a really good price. And so it's good to kind of just keep in mind the types of different things that they have. These burritos on sale are actually a really good option. So I think I'll go ahead and just add these 15% off because Tyson always needs like a quick and easy meal. And then like this parchment paper, that's not the brand that I usually use. That's a good one. I've gotten this before. Oh yeah, you can see here. These are really good though. I kind of stopped ordering them because we had a bunch of deer sausage to work through. Anyways, okay, so I love looking through this sales section. So you'll notice that as you're adding stuff throughout the month, you may have chosen something last month that was out of stock. So you can go to this what's back in stock and you can see a quick run through of things that were out of stock that are back. Let's see, I'll go to my cart and kind of show you an example. So chocolate chips have been so hard to find. I added these ones because originally the regular, which I have here, organic chocolate chips that are just like the Azure Market brand, were out of stock, and now those are out of stock. So I went back and luckily they did. So I'll just go ahead and delete this since I was able to get the Azure Market version. And then I also went ahead and got the mini ones because we like those for our protein pudding, and like those are good for granola and that kind of thing. But let me just go down to the bottom. Okay, so first thing I added was these sardines. I saw all over the place when I was pregnant that like sardines are super good for you and yada yada yada. But I was just like, no, those look repulsive. I'm never gonna get into sardines. Well, I ordered a couple of them just to try when I was ordering some RX bars. I actually was like, okay, these are really good. I was super surprised and almost embarrassed how much I liked them. They are such an easy way to get protein. It was a really good price for the skinless, boneless, and they're wild caught, which I think is one of the most important things. I also am getting a bunch of Medjool Dates. I was gonna get a bunch of these to make RX bars from scratch, but I don't know if I'm quite ready for that. It got me down a whole rabbit hole of like wanting to make my own egg white powder and stuff, and now I need a dehydrator. But anywho, I also like for like a snack, mostly when I'm working and I just kind of want something sweet, I do a couple of the dates and put butter or cheese and then a sprinkle of salt, and it is so good. Okay, so Eden Foods yellow mustard. I wanted to get these because I wanted to stock up on them, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. I'm going to leave that on there because if they ended up getting a bunch of those back in stock, it would ship. But if it doesn't ship, you obviously aren't charged for it. Okay, so you guys have to go and get these beeswax candles. There are 6 in this pack for $12, which I think is a pretty good price. We don't really do candles in our house anymore, but beeswax candles are actually really beneficial to burn. I'm all about the cozy vibes, and essential oils are fun and stuff, but it just not the same as a candle. I know you can make powdered sugar with your Vitamix, but it's just a hassle, and there's some things I just want to have on hand because I'm only ever so often in the mood to want to blend up my sugar, and then it's like not really that powdered. It's a little expensive, but it's organic, so whatever. Next we have these Sunridge Farms chocolate rainbow drops. Okay, I'm gonna click in on this so you guys can see. Also, they're on sale, which is even better. These are fake M&Ms. I have to have these for holiday baking. I also think I want to make our own trail mix because when I was postpartum, I got these bags of trail mix to have like while I'm like feeding through the night. The only ones that I can find that are really good ingredients, I think I got at Vitacost too. They have sprouted nuts and everything and just not enough sweetness. Like, I know we want more protein, so like sometimes you want a trail mix that has chocolate and raisins. Anyways, I want to try spreading my own nuts. I've never done that before, and then adding these. And I think that's just going to be delicious. Also, I found the best sourdough chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I wanted to try it with chocolate chips and M&Ms. I'll link that recipe down below. The best part about these, though, is not that they're just like off-brand because that sounds unappealing. But look at these ingredients. This is great. So all of the coloring really comes from vegetable juice. So you can see that here, spirulina, turmeric, and beet color. So yeah, they're not perfect ingredients, you know, not everything is organic. This is way better than the options that you can get at the store. So definitely stock up on some of those. And then, let's see, where were we? Oh, I feel like this is a pretty good price. 1 pound of Parmesan cheese. I tend to use this a lot to make an Alfredo sauce. And then we do pizzas every Friday night. So I'm just going to refill the containers that I have. Again, I was going to order these dried organic sweetened bloobs because I wanted to make the RX bars. I think I'm going to delete this for now because, again, I just went down a whole rabbit hole. I'm not ready yet. Okay, and then obviously we're getting cheese. We can't live without this. I was kind of thinking about getting 2 just because I wasn't sure I was going to place a order in January, so I may just go ahead and do that. And then, okay, chocolate chips, we already talked about that. I am getting more cream cheese. This is for that recipe that I was talking about earlier for my husband, and then also the powdered sugar, which is why I really wanted to have good quality powdered sugar. I would say really think about what you are going to be baking, what you're going to be cooking for the holiday season, and think about buying those things in bulk. I know I'm also trying to prepare for Three Rivers Homestead's pantry challenge this year. I didn't get to do a bunch of canning. I'm just now getting into that. But I wanted to start just focusing on the working pantry, the idea of shopping your pantry, and then really making sure that I'm utilizing the things that I'm purchasing. It can be really easy to go on a whim and buy a bunch of stuff in bulk, or realizing that, well, I'm constantly buying this when I go to the store. How can I purchase more of this in advance? The less that you're going to the store, the less you're going to spend. If you've made it this far, thanks for being here. I wanted to let you know that you can utilize any of the links down below to get to the items that I've mentioned. And also, if you're interested in signing up for an Azure Standard account and you haven't done so, you can use my link. I know we've had several people sign up from our last video, and it just was so exciting to see people getting to use Azure Standard for the first time. If you have any questions, let me know and I will be happy to answer them. Thanks for being here.